Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Indian Business and Professional Council, a warm welcome to all of you. To begin with our session, please welcome Mr. Suresh Kumar, the Chairman of IBPC.
Excellency Dr. Amanpuri and dear members, greetings and best wishes for Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. On this occasion, we also have the pleasure of meeting together for a presentation by our friends from the FICCI in India. FICCI, an organization with whom we have had not just a memorandum of understanding since 2003, but also a close working relationship. Most importantly, we are here to review the details of the Indian Pavilion at the Expo 2020, which is now being scheduled for October 2021. I think it's important not just because this has to be viewed in the context of the close relationship between India and the UAE, the strategic relationship between India and the UAE, which has been developing and blossoming, and indeed going from strength to strength in the last 5 years, 6 years actually. And ever since the Indian Prime Minister visited the UAE in 2015, August. So what we have is an event which the UAE bid for, Dubai bid for, and obtained against global competition. And so the entire prestige and the standing of the UAE as a nation that has arrived is on display, or will be on display literally in October this year. And India is proud to be not just a participant, but one of the leading pavilions in Expo 2020. And for India, it's an affirmation that India is future ready, that India has arrived, is not just the fifth largest economy in the world, but also one which is going ahead, the largest, fastest growing economy among all the emerging economies of the world. So I think it's indeed an opportunity also for the Indian business community, the Indian professional community to participate, to support, and to make this event a huge success. So please welcome our friends from the FICCI, Dr. Gunveena Chadha, Mr. Praveen Mittal, and also from the Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce, Government of India, Mr. Senthil Nathan. So please welcome them, and may I invite Dr. Amanpuri to address the audience. Thank you.
Very good evening to everyone. Thank you, Suresh Kumarji, and thank you to IBPC for hosting this and organizing this. Of course, looking forward to the presentation by FICCI, by Dr. Gunveena Chadha and Mr. Praveen Mittal. Looking forward to hearing from Mr. Senthil Nathan as well. And of course, we'd hear the concluding remarks by Mr. Dilip Sinha. Just a few points I'd like to make. Of course, the Expo 2020, which will now be taking off in October 21, is something which we've been working on, since last year, and till last March, we were actually hoping to be hosting it. Therefore, most of the preparation was already underway. And of course, because of obvious reasons, it has been postponed. So that did create a lot of challenges. Now we have to see how we can turn this crisis into an opportunity, how we can bring some of these ideas which we've learned over the last 1 year and incorporate them into how we manage our India Pavilion and how we showcase Indian culture, heritage, and of course, innovation, entrepreneurship, and the future. And how India is looking forward to engaging with the world as it strides towards becoming a $5 trillion economy. What is more important, from my perspective, the learning which we can bring in, which we have kind of seen over the last 1 year, is that we need to collaborate, we need to partner with key stakeholders, and we need to move from a transactional relationship to a strategic one. And when I say that, I say in the context of how organizations like FICCI, IBPC, various corporates based in UAE and in India need to work together in that spirit, where we need to bring in not only our own ideas, we need to bring in our suggestions and to see how, as an organization, we can be part of the India Pavilion story and how we can benefit from it. So the key word for me is value addition. And it has to be a value proposition for every individual organization who's going to be investing their time, money, energy into the pavilion. While yes, we will support it, many of us will support it because it is the India Pavilion. But I feel that there is always a value addition which can be achieved. And it's very important for the organizers, in this case, FICCI, to realize that when we are expecting a corporate or an organization like IBPC to chip in, invest their time and energy, we should make sure that it is valuable for them. And because obviously we are going to be talking today about how we are going forward with the India Pavilion, and probably we'll be talking about the IBPC's role in that. So the one thing which I would like to say is that, of course, we all understand what IBPC represents here in Dubai and in the UAE. So obviously, IBPC's participation has to be commensurate to what it stands for. And it is an opportunity for IBPC to garner the resources, to make sure that all the members and the key corporates who are supporting IBPC, they understand what this India Pavilion is all about, how they can be part of this, and how they can benefit from a presence here. So I think that is where IBPC will have a very critical role. And of course, this would definitely help FICCI in the way it is able to take things forward, because while we will be showcasing Indian innovation, we'll be showcasing Indian heritage and culture to a global audience. But obviously, we can't forget that this is going to happen in Dubai. So obviously, the Indians who are doing business here in the UAE and who have created amazing, iconic brands here would have a very important role to play in showcasing that story, in showcasing the success of the Indian diaspora here in the UAE to a global audience. So with these words, I wish everyone a very happy Basant Panchami and Saraswati. So I would just like to, say that we must ensure that IBPC's participation is commensurate with its role and standing in the business community here in the UAE. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your gracious presence in this seminar, and for your kind words. Over to Mr. Praveen Mittal and Dr. Gurveena Chadha for the presentation.
Thank you so much, Sidi. First of all, on behalf of FICCI, both Praveen and I would like to thank the Consulate General of India, our Consul General, Dr. Puri, and IBPC and all your members for giving us a chance to be here today and make this presentation to you. This is about India, and we will very quickly take you through a presentation, and then both of us are here to take all your questions and discuss your participation at the India Pavilion. So the World Expo 2020, as we all know, is now going to start on the 1st of October 2021 and will go on until the 31st of March 2022. During this time period of 6 months, 192 countries will be participating, including our host country, UAE, And India will be present there in all its strength to showcase the best that India has to offer to the world. This entire project is led by our two ministries, the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, and the Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. FICCI is really honored to be the industry partner for the Government of India for this really big global project. And NBCC, as you see, is also there with us, the partner, the construction partner of the Government of India. Today's presentation is all about how IBPC can become our partner for this entire participation. This is how the India Pavilion will look, the new design of the India Pavilion. I am going to ask my colleague Praveen to take you through the India Pavilion, the look and the feel, as we will in the first few slides take you through the interiors of the India Pavilion. Praveen.
Thank you, Gunvina ji. So once again, a very good evening, and we look forward to support and participation of IBPC colleagues and IBPC members. So presenting to you the first look of India Pavilion. We are a permanent pavilion, 1 acre plot size, and there are three distinct elements. The first is a rectangular building right in front of you. That is the exposition building wherein we showcase the exposition. And right there is a slant wall, which is the backdrop of the open air amphitheater. Behind the amphitheater is a circular building, which is the retail food shopping experience of India Pavilion. You enter and exit at the ground floor. So it is, in the further slides, we'll see what the visitor's journey would be mapped as and how we can all work together in terms of showcasing the best of India. So quickly taking you inside the India Pavilion, the building is divided into two parts when I talk about mapping the visitor's journey. The three stories, so if I were to divide India Pavilion, it would be two buildings, Section A and Section B. You enter India Pavilion at the ground floor in Section A of the building. And the three stories that we share there is space, yoga, and wellness. So space and healthcare primarily. Next slide. So when you enter India Pavilion, you would get a feel as if you're entering a cosmic gallery. And towards the left would be a Mission Mars showcase. Right in front in terms of globes with multi-screens is India's space story. These are all touch screens. There'll be a lot of storytelling that would happen as far as what India in last 75 years, because a constant theme that would run is India at 75. And there we talk about the space foray of India. And you can touch and understand what are the further launches that are coming up. During the period of 6 months, when we have the space story, in case if there are any launches happening at that point in time, would be telecasted here at the India Pavilion. Next slide. From space, you move to yoga. And in terms of, once you're actually walking from the space into the yoga field, you would actually feel as if you're walking through the natural habitat wherein people performing yoga, and Ayurveda and the benefits of Ayush sector will be talked about. Next slide. So we have now the culture floor, which has arts, tourism, culture, and landscape. So once you move at the first floor, it's a very immersive experience in terms of you would be actually feeling as if you're a part of that particular state. You are, some exciting murals, immersive experience would be talked about there. Next slide. We would have the colors of India. So we'll have a very interesting participation and presentation of India. So when we talked about the journey into the space and wellness, and when we move to the first floor, where we have the endless colors of India, where we talk about the culture, tourism, landscape, we're basically running in cohesion with the state which is going to be there. So India Pavilion will be a lot dynamic. States would be coming up in rotation, and there we would be basically talking about what the showcasing is going to be in terms of, a very immersive experience, and the cultural, presentations would be there. The India Pavilion would neither be a kind of a retail outlet or a retail showroom, but it would basically talk about what the person in terms of experiences throughout the showcasing. And we would actually have the states, the sectors, and of course the cultural element as far as the showcasing is concerned. We would basically be now on the first floor where we were presenting to you the endless colors of India in terms of tourism, culture, landscape, and art forms. So this is how the immersive experience a visitor would experience once you're walking through the first floor of India Pavilion. The second floor of India Pavilion is going to be the modern India, the current India, the India of never-ending opportunities. This is the bird's eye view of the India Pavilion. Next slide. We're basically talking about the Make in India story, Digital India story. There's a lot of digitization in terms of presentation at the India Pavilion, India and the world, both the bilateral and the multilateral story of India, India at 75. From the second floor in the section A, we move to the third floor, wherein we have the giant corporates participating. We have 8 slots here, and I'm very happy to share that a lot of corporates have started confirming their participation, and 3 of them are, out of UAE also. So we have confirmations from the Tata Group, we have confirmation of the Lulu Group, we have confirmation of the Alana Sons, we have confirmations from Malabar, Hinduja. So multiple confirmations have been received by us. So right opposite at the third floor, opposite to the corporate pavilion, is the multipurpose hall. The multipurpose hall during the day would host seminars, conferences, banquet lunches, and the evening would have the banquet dinners, and of course at night converts into a movie theater. So this is a state of art, and we would have a lot of programming and cultural elements happening there at the multipurpose hall of India Pavilion. So I think there's a huge opportunity for even our colleagues of IBPC and the organization, which is a partner, to put up a lot of programs in collaboration with us, and we would really look forward to doing jointly working on that and putting those programs together. From there, we move to the second floor, which is the sector pavilion. And at the sector pavilion, this is the bird's eye view. So when we are talking about the urban development and urban infrastructure, we are basically talking about the steel sector. We are talking about the smart cities concept. And we are also talking about the India's urban development ministry. We're talking about the lead companies from India, and of course, local from UAE. Similar is going to be a states pavilion to what we had the sector pavilion. And at the ground floor, we give you 20 compelling reasons why one should visit India. So this is the bird's eye view of that area, wherein one gets a glimpse of why one should visit India, be it culture, be it tourism, be it business opportunities, collaborations, investment, trade opportunities. So everything put together. So I would now request my colleague Gunmeena ji to take on the thematic calendar of the expo and how India is putting up the entire program schedule together. Over to you, Gunmeena ji.
Thank you, Praveen. So to share with all of you, the entire 6-month calendar is divided into different themes, ensuring that during the entire 6 months period and a particular thematic calendar time period, all the 192 participating countries will be discussing the same sector, the same theme. For example, when we start with space in the month of October, during that time period, all the 192 countries participating will be showcasing their foray into space or what they are doing to reach into the area of space. There would be delegations from across the world with experts and business leaders from the same sector, giving an opportunity to India and all other countries to meet and interact with each other, share knowledge, share ideas, and also do business with each other. The themes that the Expo has decided upon and the themes on which each of the countries is working are space, climate and biodiversity, urban and rural development, tolerance and inclusivity. Golden Jubilee, as you all know, UAE is celebrating 50 years of its formation. Hence, Golden Jubilee Week also is a very important week to be celebrated there. And during this time period, the themes would cover SDGs, knowledge and empowerment, environment and sustainability. Knowledge and learning is the next theme in the calendar. After that, we have travel and connectivity, global goals, health and wellness, food, agriculture and livelihood, and water. These are all the themes that all the countries are working on, and the India calendar is also being made on the same theme. We will have sectoral representations. Praveen took you through the India Pavilion, and there you would have seen that on the second floor, we have sector showcasing. This floor will be so dynamic that each time the theme changes, the showcasing from India on that floor will also change. When we have Space Week, India will be showcasing its best in space. When we have travel and connectivity, for example, when we move to January, India will be showcasing what it is doing in travel and connectivity. The entire programming starts, and very soon our media engagement will also start. Our media engagement and going out to media, talking to people about what is going to happen at the India Pavilion. A build up to the India Pavilion will start in April 2021. We will have events leading to the build-up of the Expo, the entire 6 months of it. There would be stories, branding, and events post-Expo also. The engagement and programs at the India Pavilion will be aligned to the Expo's thematic calendar, bringing to the world the best of India from across the country, the state, and the central government, as we also celebrate India at 75. On any given day, the India Pavilion will showcase the following, bringing to the world India at 75 and the future ahead. We will have business, technology, startups, and innovation. When we have if we go to the states floor, for example, the first floor, where we will have state governments participating one at a time, that state will showcase not only the opportunities in business, but it will also bring to the world present there the latest in technology, startups, and innovation. We will also have business leaders from across the world there. We will also have art, culture, movies, literature, and festivals, celebrities from all walks of life, food festivals. Each state will also bring with it its food festival. When we have Gujarat state, for example, those 2 weeks of Gujarat state at the India Pavilion will bring to the world a festival of Gujarati food. We will have master chefs with us, showcasing and interacting with the invited guests and participants, their expertise. This is how a typical day at the India Pavilion would look like. We will have events which will keep changing each day, making India Pavilion one of the most dynamic pavilions. And we will have showcasing, which will be there for a certain period of time and then change. For example, here we have Gujarat. So the Gujarat state is part of showcasing when we have the state of Gujarat with us for those many days. On the other hand, space will be showcased as a showcase from India, a strength from India, when we have the thematic calendar space being discussed. Praveen's shared with you the experiential zone, 20 different reasons to visit the particular state being showcased at that time. At that same place, we will have some other experiences also for our visitors. There would be an experience, a high-tech experience of holographic conversations with Gandhi. We are also working on that, and we will have a very interesting experience for those who want to go through the experience, and that is sing along with the masters. There is a technology which is being put in there, wherein if you wish to choose a song and sing along with the master, you do so, and you are rated along with the master. We will have winners each day for this interesting system we are putting up there. We will also have a section we are working on of design your own jewelry with one of our partners who is already confirmed to be with us at the India Pavilion. Let's show you how some highlights at the India Pavilion will be. So for example, let us look at how we are going to celebrate Diwali. Diwali is one of the two special days that are being celebrated for India. Republic Day, the National Day of India, and Diwali, the special day. This is a privilege and honor given to India and just a few other handful countries. We will be celebrating Diwali from 2nd of November to the 6th of November with different events, different programs taking place. We'll have storytelling sessions, projections across the Expo Village and the India Pavilion, gala spectacle with artists from different areas from India and across the world celebrating the spirit of Diwali, and special food festivals, to name some of the programs we are working on. We will also have, very interestingly, programs during these 6 days from the school children. Different Indian schools in UAE are also becoming part of the entire India story and would also be bringing to us at the pavilion during Diwali some very interesting programs. Some other special events being celebrated, and these are only a couple of them we have listed here, are as on the slide you see: Diwali celebration, International Children's Day, Lohri celebration, 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Holi, International Women's Day. These are some of the days that we have listed. However, there would be many more, and when we discuss this further with you, we will sit with you with the detailed program to look at your engagement and the engagement of IBPC members. While we are doing these programs, India is also fully engaged with Expo on their world program. So as India, we will be curating 3 major global discussions. These are World Majlis sessions curated and co-curated by India, hosted by India at the India Pavilion. One of them is Connected Cities. The other is Learning from Space. This one we are co-curating with Switzerland. And the third Majlis that we are going to host is on ecotourism. This one we will be co-curating with Portugal, who wanted to do this with India. So we are really excited about these global events also, and we'll be happy to see and invite how we engage with IBPC on this, invite the members of IBPC to become part of this discussion. These are the holidays, the festivals, Indian festivals, which will fall, some of them which will fall during the 6-month period. We are inviting corporates, we are inviting organizations to also come and become hosts, organize, bring celebrities, bring cultural events to celebrate the beauty of Indian festivals at the Expo. Some of the celebrities we have started engaging with, some celebrity chefs, some filmmakers, women authors. We would love to have authors and celebrities from UAE and Middle East, from our diaspora, and members of IBPC also joining us at the India Pavilion. Some of the things that we thought of for, and this is something again which we will discuss with you all when we sit across the table. And as Praveen had mentioned there, Praveen and I will be back in Dubai in the first week of March. And hopefully by that time, we should be able to sit with you all and discuss each and every aspect. But some of the things we thought which the members of IBPC could look at doing at the India Pavilion is bring their new product and service launches and client meetings of the members, board meetings of IBPC and the member companies, organize joint business events thematically. B2Bs and B2G opportunities will be there for your members. And we will work, the organizing team will work with your members, work out these meetings for them. Leadership series, when we work on the program with you, we would like to request you then to also bring a global speaker to the India Pavilion, engage with the startups, bring celebrities to the India Pavilion, become supporters of art and cultural events, covering Navratri, Diwali, Pongal, Holi, music evenings, literature festivals, be the supporter of special days, support students' participation, competitions, and debates at the India Pavilion, and many, many more. We will now stop here. And Praveen, if you would like to add something.
Thank you, Madam. No, I think it was very comprehensive presentation and you've already spoken about everything. But what we are actually looking now is, hearing our colleagues and our, members from IBPC who have joined us for this meeting today evening as to what is it that they're looking at, because India's participation is going to be incomplete completely, unless and until we get the local support and the local participation. So today, what is actually required is that, we need to have, good participation and, good support from our members of IBPC, because together we can actually make, an excellent showcase of India. And of course, we also want to talk about how the Indians have been so very instrumental in putting, contributing to Dubai and building up of Dubai and the region. So I think we'd like to stop here and listen to our colleagues. And of course, Mr. Sinha, we would actually depend on your support, your advice, your guidance to have that very fruitful participation and showcasing of India at this global level where 190 countries are participating. Opportunities are immense. We have had opportunity to meet few of you in person, while we were there just about 2 weeks back. But then again, going forward, we'll be almost there every month. And then going forward, we'll be probably stationed out of that, of Dubai. But I think time is now, because we all need your support. And as CG sir has been saying that, we have to have a very constructive and very, involvement-driven participation. So with this, I would now hand it over to Mr. Sinha, and he has to guide us in terms of going forward. So over to you, Sinha, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for excellent presentation. I'm sure our members would have enjoyed, and as you mentioned, I think there is a good way to collaborate. This is a great opportunity to collaborate for IBPC's members. And I'm already very proud to say, and you are aware of that, that some of our corporate members have already become a part of that journey with you, even before this presentation, right? So, and we want to continue this journey. We have already set up our committee. We'll be discussing with our, coming up with the ideas and discussing with the wider member group because, we have professional and business community both. So we have a plan, and we'll be doing it in a very professional, constructive way to come up with the ideas. Then we can sit together and discuss those and, come out of it some key things that we can take away for the for our joint collaboration. So that's a great opportunity for the Indian diaspora to participate. And I'm sure our members will come forward once we are into more specific details and all, which we will take up later. You know, one of the questions that members have been asking about is regarding, you know, there are different focus industry groups, as you have yourself mentioned during Expo. We are exhibiting right from hospitality, arts and culture, to industry, startup, manufacturing, technology, various. Similar way, IBPC is also structured, you know, and our members come from all these different fields. So if a company, you know, so there are larger companies, some of which have already joined hands with you, which you are aware. There are many other larger as well as medium and small companies which are there. Some of them are very dynamic. They have been growing and they have a lot of appetite to growth. If they have to sponsor events, what specifics are there or what are the areas that you can suggest? I know you talked about the events, you talked about few of the things on a larger basis, and maybe a little bit you can throw light on for the members, especially from the retail sector, you know, or any of the other sector who'd like to come forward, specifics. And too much detail I don't want right now. We will definitely discuss that forward, but any suggestions for our members, how they themselves can participate beyond what you have already spoken?
So apart from the, you know, bigger sponsorship and bigger participation, I think what we've been emphasizing upon the fact is the involvement. Any kind of sponsorship amount is, you know, most welcome. So what we're looking at, we have options of sponsorships. We have sponsorship options right from ranging 2 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees. These are kind of day sponsors. And we would provide them branding opportunities. We would invite them to basically, we will run their corporate films. We'll acknowledge their participation. We would invite them to, you know, participating at various, you know, groups. So there are partnership opportunities which exist in terms of both for, you know, as low as 2 lakhs and 5 lakhs. And plus we have certain partnership options for months, which is pegged at about 1 crore Indian rupees. So as I said, the requirement of each organization is different. The participation strategy for each organization will be different.
Right.
We have to basically see how we can make it much more effective and value-based. The value proposition needs to exist, and that is what we're working upon.
Oh.
And that would give them the confidence to participate. And when we are there, we like to share all those packages with each one of you, as we had timed us that, you know, around 7th of March, we'll meet again in Dubai. So
Yes.
I think during the larger gathering, we can then again, you know, discuss opportunities. We are open to making custom packages also. So
Right.
the idea here is that what we can do is basically understand the requirement of the organization and offer solutions which make sense for participation. Money is one part of it, but coming ahead, helping us put the entire program together is something which is very, very important to us. So I think drawing what you said, we are, you know, we have certain partnership proposals for 2 lakhs, for 5 lakhs, and going up to about, you know, crore, 2 crores. So we'd be very happy to share those at length, as you
No.
said. I mean, there are plenty of opportunities.
No problem. Appreciate that. And obviously, as we have already discussed recently together in our meeting, that we are meeting in early March, and we would be holding a number of meetings internally. So there's a lot of work to do from us with our members and various companies, and we'll be engaged very closely. We'll come up with certain ideas and suggestions, and together, you know, that some of these things can be drawn up, you know, for what the members would like to do or participate. And this goes to say that this is beyond the other things that we can do in terms of our joint events with the business diaspora that's coming from India, with different business groups there, and us facilitating them to make it really valuable for them to engage with IBPC business community or Emirati business community here, which we can help facilitate in joint events and networking events for the business people. Either they want to invest here or the businessmen from here want to invest in India. I think that's even a bigger theme. One is obviously participation. Second thing is this kind of networking opportunity for the businessmen from both the countries, because huge number of people or business people, industrialists, startups will be visiting here. And that's another area that we will collaborate, and details we will definitely work out later.
Sinha sir, if I may just add to what you said, when we are talking about that opportunities are immense, I think that we are not just looking at India and UAE region. 190 countries are participating. And as we had shared with you in our presentation, we would be putting up the entire programming of India in cohesion with the theme that is going to be there. So we are looking at discussions not just about within India and UAE, but with Africa. We're looking at something, when we count you as India. So we are looking at engagement strategy with India, with India UAE CIS, India UAE Africa. So those kind of programs are also being worked upon. And as I said, they are going to be based, thematically. So what we can do is we can have exclusive interactions with African region buyers. And all this will be facilitated by, the Indian, in India Pavilion, and of course our colleagues who are part of the international outreach program.
No, absolutely. And you are absolutely right. And this is what UAE has done, and the visionary leadership of doing Expo here is to expose us to the rest of the world, so it's like a global thing happening in UAE. And that for a long time, UAE has been a big hub, for a midway between the East and West, and for African CIS countries and many of the others beyond. Connectivity, it's a real connecting point and melting pot where people from and businesses from all these countries come here. So that's a great opportunity, and that's a great point that you have made. Before I go to anything else, we had one of the things I would like to do is to invite Mr. Senthil Nathan to say a few words before I do a vote of thanks and any other discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Sinha. Sorry for not able to connect through video. There is some technical issue. I am able to speak to you. I'm happy for that. And I would like to thank IBPC and Consulate General's Office for facilitating this important meeting with all the stakeholders of IBPC members in Dubai. And I would like to congratulate Praveen and his team for being there and sharing all these ideas through their presentation. I just want to make a few quick points for all our members there. India Pavilion, we see as an important milestone event in the relationship between the two countries as one part. And it's also an important showcase, as Praveen was saying, when 192 countries are coming and participating in Expo. And in a place like Dubai, as you rightly told, is a melting pot and a hub of connecting the north and the south and the east and the west. There could be very few global platforms that could compete in the kind of scale and the kind of attention that Expo is likely to gather in Dubai. So given that kind of an opportunity, we see this as an excellent way to showcase brand India as never before. And given the visionary leadership within this country, and I'm sure excellent support of the diaspora there, we would like to showcase India in its right scale, right grandiose nature. India, as we see, is defined by its diversity, defined by its dynamism, and we want to showcase India on the move, because that's what the leadership of the country has been showcasing across multiple fora. And in the Dubai Expo also, we would like to showcase India as we see that is going to unfold over the next 75 years. So as much as we'll showcase India of 75 years past, it will also be a grand showcase of where we want to see India moving forward in the next 75 years. And when we see dynamism and the diversity, we fully appreciate that the diaspora there is as much part of this dynamism, and they have ingrained every part of the diversity in terms of the kind of sectors that they are present in. They have leadership roles across these diverse sectors, and they have played a dynamic role in the way they have shaped and they have prospered and partnered with the UAE in kind of reaching global heights. And we want to fully bring out these synergies in the platform of the World Expo. So to that extent, we want to look forward to partnerships in terms of sponsorships that could be possible, branding opportunities that could be possible, and showcasing how it's like a symbiotic relationship between India as such and the diaspora there, which can kind of showcase what are possibilities of this synergies in a global platform. So to this extent, we look forward to you. And I'm sure when we come and meet you in person, we will be able to drive you forward with more details of this kind of partnerships that you're looking forward to. And we are looking forward to any kind of details that we can provide right now. So without taking much time, I would look forward to questions that are coming, and we would like to answer as many as possible right now. And wherever we are required to provide more details, we'll take it up. And when we come in March, we will definitely address all these issues. So once again, I thank all of you for this opportunity, and we look forward to a fruitful interaction. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nathan. And we'll definitely take on that as we meet. There was one question with me. A mid-sized retail company, quite famous in its brand, asked me to ask yourself that, is this the brand participation or participation by the company is by its products or digital, or is it more digital, keeping in mind the theme of the New Jade, where people who sponsor or who take certain desks or area, or it's for certain days, or is it just connected with the events that they can sponsor? But is it showcasing their products in physical or in digital way? So maybe that will answer you could answer the question.
So I would just take that question.
Sure.
India Pavilion, as you know, is highly digitized, very high on technology.
Right.
And there is actually no changeover time. So the pavilions cannot shut down to bring in new artifacts or products and change the display. So everything is very digital. For our partners who are there with us on the third floor that Praveen spoke about, the corporate floor, the large partners, or the partners who come in for a shorter duration of time, maybe a month thematically, or 2 months or 3 months or 15 days, they have that digital space on rotation basis. So huge digital walls with best of the technology for them to showcase what they are doing in that particular sector through videos, through their promotional films, and be there and take people through their own company and take their questions and discuss with them the business. So it is highly digitized. There is no place to actually put the products and display. This is actually because, Mr. Sinha, this is an exposition to showcase the best. And that is what it is. But
and huge
branding
showcasing the technology.
Yes, I'm like, we are showcasing it through technology.
Through technology.
But we are showcasing the products and services, everything. Even the startups.
No, thank you. And I did realize that, but since that question came, I thought the right people clarify that question. Another question, Dr. Gunvina Chadha, is there, you can answer, or Mr. Mittal, anyone, is regarding that we have just started we just started our engagement, and we'll try to move and work with you and with our members. Obviously take some meetings and deliberations and other things, right? So what kind of a time frame is there available for IBPC or IBPC's members for participation in terms of months before it's all locked in? Or is it like 3 months, or is it 2 months or 4 months, or is it something based on availability?
So, Mr. Sinha, what's happening is that we have to finalize the entire participation at the earliest. We
Right.
have tentatively right now put up the deadline as end of March, because the idea is that we need to, get ourselves prepared and reach out to other countries in terms of business engagements and sound them that this is the kind of participation this is coming up. In fact, with this, I also wanted to request you that in case if along with IBPC members, you can identify a wish list in terms of programs and reach out strategy, that
Right.
this is what the IBPC members would want to do at India Pavilion. Basis that, what we'll be able to do is put up the entire comprehensive program together, take your inputs and suggestions into it. So time is of essence, and I would
Right.
really suggest that in case if we can close down the participation by end of March, that would prepare us, because we would already have our creative team on board. We'll also have our publicity plan, which we are working upon. So we'll be able to integrate all that together. The
Sure.
idea is that while the opportunities will continue to exist, because this is a 6-month long program, and as we start progressing, there'll be a lot of interest that would also get self-generated. But having said that, we would want to close it at the earliest.
Sure.
And for that, we're keeping the deadline as the 31st of March. I
No,
hope
no,
I'm
that-
able to answer that question.
No, no,
Yeah.
that's absolutely. I think I agree with you. Earlier the better, and will work. So there are two areas that we will be working, and I'm conscious of the time now. But two areas. One, as you mentioned, we'll be looking at how we as IBPC, what are the things continuously that we can participate together with the visiting diaspora, or in terms of creation of events, or meetings, events, or things at different times. So on different themes, some of which was discussed during our meeting recently. So that's something that we'll be taking it forward, discussing in the wider group and our executive committee, and we'll come up with the idea. It's not yet formed, just to be honest with you. And then with wider members, and we'll come up what the members would like to do. So we'll definitely put in our best forward and put in all the efforts. We already have, just for your information, and also His Excellency Dr. Aman Puri, we already have set up our committee. In fact, before we came and met you, our executive committee for Expo had already been set. Each one had already got your presentation, which we received few days back, and we are going to hold our meetings to discuss that, and then we go out to the rest of the members. And
So you're right, Mr. Sinha. Absolutely, we were thrilled to meet all your colleagues at Dubai. The idea here is that it's twofold. One is, of course, the sponsorship support that we're looking at, driving from Dubai. The second part is, wish list is very critical and important. The moment your wish list is ready, you and us, both of us, would actually know that this is what we are heading to. And this is, in terms of achieving that goal, this is the kind of a financial requirement that we would have. So we would be better positioned. So I think wish list from IBPC is very, very critical and important, because that helps us plan better, that helps us putting the program better, that helps us reaching out better, and that helps us also put the financial plan in order better. So I think I would like to leave it on this.
No, thank you. And absolutely, you're spot on. So with that, unless anyone has any point to make.
I would just like to briefly congratulate IBPC, for the dynamism and, for taking interest and making sure that the Expo committee has been set up, and, now you'll be going forward with your planning. Just want to leave one simple thought, that while this Expo 2020 is a 6-month project, which is going to be driven by FICCI and Ministry of Commerce and Industry, but this is also a permanent structure. As you know, the land has been gifted by the UAE leadership to India, and this India Pavilion will be a permanent structure. It will have a legacy use. And let me say that the members of IBPC, who are entrepreneurs and business people here in Dubai and in the UAE, will be the inheritors of that legacy, right? And long after all of us, from FICCI and myself, we have gone, you are going to be the users and beneficiaries of this project. So it's very important for your members to appreciate, and for you to communicate to them that their participation in these 6 months will set the tone for their participation in the future permanent structure and the permanent project. So please do convey that sense to them as well. Thank you so much.
Sure, Your Excellency, thank you very much. I mean, your comments well taken, and we'll take it on from there. With that, I think I would like to really thank Your Excellency, Dr. Aman Puri, for coming and giving us your words of wisdom on Expo, which is one of the landmark events of this era here, and great opportunity for India to showcase its technology, art, to not only to UAE, to the rest of the world. And for businessmen, it's a great opportunity, bigger than one can imagine, to really collaborate. So it's not a simple advertising or a brand building activity. It's much beyond that. It's building your business, plan your, so it's a very strategic event, as you also mentioned. So really, thank you very much. And thank you to FICCI team. I think you guys you're doing a tremendous job. Dr. Gunvina Chadda, Mr. Praveen Mittal, also Mr. Senthil Nathan, you have come, Mr. SP Singh. All of you are doing a great job, and also say our thanks to Mr. Chinoy, Dilip Chinoy, for our discussion that we had. Thank you for coming in and giving a great presentation. I'm sure our members will be very excited about this and participate in a big way. So we will do our very best. Our effort, we can assure you, 100%. It is said that without initially thinking of the result, it's said in Gita, you do your karma. And I can assure you, Your Excellency, and also senior members of FICCI management here, that we will do our karma. We'll do our job with utmost sincerity and hard work. And I'm sure the result should come out of that. With that, thank you all very much for participating, and looking forward for many more interactions on this as we start doing some work with our members and our committees. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sinha. Thank you, CG sir. Thank you, Mr. Nathan. Thank you, everybody who's joined us today for the evening. And we look forward to meeting each one of you once we are in Dubai in the first week of March. So thank you again.